Okay, it's time to start do a little render here. So probably a good time to save our project. Now what we want to do is we want to pick our teapot button down here and show rendering. Rendering is all about materials. It's all about the materials. The next thing I actually want to do, I just remembered, is I forgot to do my roof. So in my perspective view, I don't have to do it in this view, but it's nice. I'm going to pick on my roof, go into my edit type, click on here and look at that top material is there, but it hasn't been provided. So we'll pick on our material. We're all set up to do this. Go to material, go down and see if we have something called roof shingles or shakes here. Let's see. Roofing, shingles, wood shakes. Perfect. Nice preview. Okay, looks good. If you actually pick on this picture and you want to change the size and scale of it, you can actually say you want bigger shingles or you want to modify the size of the pattern that you're getting on the render, then you can go in and change this and either lock or unlock the proportions, which is really, really nice. So you can change the size of that stuff. So I've changed my roof to be wood shakes, hit OK and OK. Now I'm getting this nice effect in here because I'm set to be realistic. If I go back to just hidden line, I'm going to see this. Okay. If I change this to say shaded, it's going to look like this. If I change it to be realistic, realistic actually tries to inherit the rendered view, which is why I'm getting kind of the log effect. Okay. Time to render. We pick our teapot render here. Okay. Quality, well, I'm going to go best right off the bat. You know what? The first one, let's go draft just to get a little bit. You can also say regional, and then you can take this red box here that just got turned on and you can do a little regional rendering. You don't have to render the whole thing because it takes time. I'm going to take that off though. Lighting, exterior, it's critical that if you're outside you say exterior and if you're inside you say interior. I'm not going to go into much more detail than that. The background, I can say sky, cloudy. Revit's going to plug in a default sky. I'm going to actually pick the image option here, and then I'm going to browse, and I've got a couple images here. Let me just switch my view to be thumbnails. Okay, I've got a blue sky and I've got a gold one. Let's go with the gold. Hit OK. I'm going to say stretch it. It's going to stretch that across. Hit OK. Okay. So here we go. Draft, exterior, image, everything's ready. We say render. So it starts to render, and this should not take too long. And not too bad. First of all, you're noticing the water is really ripply because I cranked up the waves on that. So I'm going to actually turn that back down. I'm not crazy about the sky. I'm going to change my sky to blue, and we can also go in and adjust exposures and stuff. So that's just kind of a first round at it. I'm just going to hit exit. I'm not even going to save it. If you like what you see, you can say save to project and it'll save it. Okay, let's even do that. Let's just say save to project. And there's the name, 3D View 1-1. Hit OK, close this off. Now, under rendering over here, okay, we can close all this off. Under renderings, we now have click, a view in Revit. We save that view. Okay, so you can save the view once you render it. Back to my 3D view. Okay, first thing I wanted to do is pick on this floor, go into here, edit, go into here, water, material, and I'm going to bring down the waves on that. Way down, not so wavy. Okay, so that's going to help that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my sky background. And I think that's it. I just need to turn up my my quality of rendering. So I would probably do a save now. Back to my rendering. Okay, let's go medium detail. Okay. Exterior sun is good. Image, we're going to switch our image. We're going to go here, and I'm going to pick the blue sky instead. That'll be better. Okay, now I don't have to stretch it. I can just go across the width or original size, but then I'm not going to get the effect. You generally have to stretch it. So hit OK. We're not going to see a lot of this bottom cloud anyway. And that's about it. Let's render it. Here we go. And there we go. That's not too bad. The problem with putting in the full sky background is you end up like seeing sky too low and it kind of like throws you off. You're almost better off with like more of an actual background. If it's 100% sky, it's kind of tricky. It's like it's out there in the middle of nowhere. My pond turned out well. Everything is looking good. I need to take these trees and shrubs and drop them down. They're all kind of sticking up like little lollipops there. So I would bring these guys down, and I'm going to go search for another background image. I'm also going to darken up the log material. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're making a list, darken up the log material. Let's darken up the shingles. Let's change our backdrop and drop down our shrubs and then do another render. So we'll come back and do that in our next lesson, and we'll also talk about adjusting the exposure, etc. Let's do another save. Sure, why not? Save it. Okay, exit. So now we can go to our renderings. We have our first rendering here. We have our second rendering here. Not too bad.